Hi, this is Janice Pettit, and I'm back with key number 5 in 7 Keys to Small Business Success. We've already done 4. This is number 5. And I want to talk to you today about how you use your time. Because number 5 is time management and focus. And this is a big issue for a lot of people. Well, a lot of times you've come from a background where you worked for a company, for example, and there your time was controlled by your boss. You had deadlines for projects, you had specific times you had to be at work, you had teams that you needed to work with, and so your day was guided to a certain extent, and then suddenly you're out on your own, and it's overwhelming. You're your own boss. Nobody's telling you what to do. And this is where a lot of people get stuck. So here's the thing. I want you to look at how you're using your time every day. For 1 week, I want you to track what you're doing every single hour of the day. And your goal is to get to the point where 75% of your time is used for profit-generating activities. Now that could be sales calls, it could be delivering a service to a client, meeting with a potential client, it could be implementing active marketing activities where you're actually out there interacting with people, maybe networking, for example, or picking up the phone and talking to prospects, or talking to potential joint venture partners, or it could be spending time in a mastermind group, developing your business strategy, any of those things that are really going to keep you on track. And then, there are so many time wasters. You've got to really track those so you're not spending a lot of time on those. The biggest one is email. I get 200 emails a day. So how are you managing your email? Are you spending too much time researching or studying or thinking about things but not taking action? So that's really important. Another time management tip is to set specific work hours and then stick to them. Now, you can work those around your life. For example, I usually go to pick up my daughter at school around 4 o'clock every day, and so I have to leave a half an hour in there to go get her, and I work my schedule around that. I'm not an early morning person, so I start work maybe a little later, but then I work later into the early evening. Whatever your schedule is, figure out how many hours you need to be working every week, and then schedule those hours in and sit down at your desk and put in the time. Very important. And if you think back to earlier keys we talk about, if you've developed a strategy and a plan, you're going to know what to do when you sit down at your desk. So this is very, very important. Go look at your calendar. Have you scheduled your work hours in for the rest of the month, even the rest of the year? And have you tracked how you're using that time? Every time I get a client to do this for a week, they're just amazed at what they find. A lot of times we fool ourselves. We keep ourselves busy, but we're not doing things that are really priority-based. The other thing is being careful not to do things that other people think are urgent, but really are not important for you in terms of reaching your goal. And that requires a lot of focus. And that means focusing relentlessly, obsessively on your goals, and not letting other things distract you. The doorbell rings, your home phone rings, whatever it is. Don't let those things distract you. You get an email, you click through on a link. No, you've got to stay focused on your goal, focused on your priority activities. So just take a look at how you're spending your time this week. And you know what? Post a comment. Let me know what you discovered. Let me know your time tips. Maybe you have some tips that I haven't included here. So really this week I want you to focus on how you're managing your time, and if you're focusing relentlessly on your current goal, on whatever you're trying to accomplish right now. So that's it for this week's tip, and we'll see you back next week.